Hey guys, you might know that I always like to get upset about rules and blanket statements. Especially when it comes to giving someone tips for a breakup or a relationship. It is simply no situation like the other, and the experiences that we humans have made let us react differently to such situations. So today something about this nice rule that some people here advocate and that is still often taken seriously. You simply cannot think clearly in the moment of a breakup, so this is relatively normal. If I were to tell you to rub honey on yourself and stick to your ex's door, I would only need 2 or 3 logical arguments and you would at least consider it. So, this is about the 30-day rule. What does it look like in most cases? You are told to have no contact at all with the ex for 30 days. You are not to contact her and you are not to write back. Then after 30 days you write a letter, send a note, or pull a Disney-worthy stunt that is supposed to prove you love her once and then bring her back to you in the end. You figure that's exactly what your intuition is telling you right now anyway. Write to her, try to convince her, only the 30 days will be difficult. But then you really start with her. That gives you time to plan. And with these logical thoughts in your head, you dream about what you want to do after the 30 days, when you are together again. You dream yourselves in heights, from which the fall will really hurt. Because it will inevitably come. You might even miss a chance with her during those 30 days, because you're ignoring her. And people do not like to be ignored. At least then they actively think to themselves, what an idiot. And they're right to think that. If you ever want to have something to do with someone, don't ignore them. Write only what is necessary and reflect his behavior, but be honest about it. Ignoring as a manipulation attempt is one of the worst ideas you can have. Manipulation for the sake of manipulation is generally the worst idea. If you manipulate by being who you are and as far as having no ulterior motives, well, that's how the world works. That is congruence. Saying what you think and not having to pretend. But tactics like the 30-day rule can't be applied to every situation. And I would classify the situations in which this really works sustainably at less than 1%. The problem is that your ex is finished with a common future with you. Your relationship is over. You then give her 30 days of complete peace. If she does not necessarily contact you during this time, this is completely normal. If she does, it would have been a chance to increase possible interest again. But after 30 days of her life going on normally, and assuming that was the case with you guys, she'll subconsciously realize that it's not the normal, weak reaction that was supposed to come after the breakup. She will realize that you are leading your own, self-determined life and are not dependent on her. After the elapsed time, you are doing everything wrong. You are showing her that you worked for 30 days just to go through and mourn a time in your life that has ended. You are showing her that you are actually living for her and available to her. That what she thought was strength during that time was actually just preparation and tactics. How stupid do you think she is? Don't you think she looks at the calendar and realizes that it's been exactly 1 month? And even if she didn't and you only did it for 15 days, it's the time she thought you were a man. Now it turns out that you are a poor sausage that you are mourning. Does that make you attractive to her in any way? Hell, no, on the contrary. Be glad if she doesn't write you back at all, because what may come your way will probably be bundled disappointment and anger. And quite a few women get carried away in such a moment to deny all the feelings they once had and to throw you out of their lives on edge, forever. They relativize everything, say that you were never the right one for them. This is the worst thing that can happen to you. As I said before, during these 30 days you have dreamed yourselves to heights that can't stand up to reality. You were convinced that this would work, and now it is throwing you back down to earth with a force that will only plunge you deeper into your misery than when you broke up. I wouldn't wish that on any of you. You'll be lucky if she just declines nicely at a time like this. Let it be. Or even better, don't get into such a situation in the first place. It is simply not possible to make general statements about how long it will take for a person to be willing to look past the past and be emotionally open to you again. During this time in no contact, work on yourself instead. Not on plans to win them back. No contact is your plan. Her coming back might be a nice side effect at some point. One that you want so badly that you overlook the work that needs to be done on your side. Because it's nothing more than a side effect of your development. With the goal in mind, you don't do the work on yourself, or you don't do it with enough willpower. And even if you did, you would impose yourselves after the 30 days. It would seem to her that you did it all because of her, and you would stop after a short time when you got what you wanted. Getting back to her is another hurdle you are putting in her way. Don't do that kind of thing. Go into no contact because you want and need to grow. Because you don't want to fall. Because you want to become someone who is happy and radiates your attractiveness. You don't have to see it as an opportunity. I know how you feel right now and that you don't really want to hear this. But at the end of the day, the fact that she's gone is because you didn't live up to your potential. So in summary, no contact has no end for you. If anything, it has an end for her. You realize that you could possibly achieve something with her again if she writes to you directly, addresses you, or calls you. If necessary, she can send smoke signals to you, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that it goes to you directly. And even then you end no contact only if she gives the impression that she is interested in you again. Everything else will only bring you pain, and pain will stop you. Take care and see you in the next video.